President Kamala Harris. That sounds crazy, doesn't it? But guess what? It could happen. Let me explain how and why it's possible. Now, it doesn't take much to realize that the Biden re-election campaign is a sinking ship. But instead of tossing him over the side, the Democrats are doing everything they can to make sure that Kamala Harris could take the reins as our next president. And it could all be done without anybody ever having to cast a vote for her for president. Now, all we have to do is look at Biden's latest polling to see what I'm talking about. George Stephanopoulos, Clinton's top communicator, called the polling brutal. In it, 36% approve of the job that Biden is doing as president. But that's the problem. That's only the half of it. So in this ABC News Washington Post poll, 63% of American adults don't think that Biden has the mental sharpness needed to serve effectively. 62% of American adults don't think that Biden is good enough physical health. 47% of Democrats and 77% of independents don't even want Biden as the nominee. That means almost half of his own party don't want him as their nominee. That's not good. If you think back to 1980, Jimmy Carter, he was sinking too. And at that time, it was so bad that Ted Kennedy, the senator from Massachusetts, mounted a challenge to Carter for the nomination. And following that fight, we ended up with President Reagan, and the rest is history. Now, the DNC isn't about to let that happen again. They've already announced that there are no plans for any primary debates. Now, that's under any circumstances. And of course, the media complied with those wishes and made sure that they wouldn't allow any to occur either. Now, that's despite at least two major candidates getting in to challenge Biden, Marianne Williamson, the progressive that ran last time, and Robert Kennedy Jr., who is almost polling at 20%. The party is literally moving to lock everyone out at every chance they get. Now, even if they did get a contested primary and have a chance, what would that do? I don't think much. The Democrats, frankly, have no backbench. You think about it. Kamala Harris, her approval ratings are underwater. She didn't even make it past the Iowa caucuses when she ran for president last time. You got Pete Buttigieg, who has been an absolute disaster as the Secretary of Transportation. He's polling in the low single digits. And California Governor Gavin Newsom, same thing. He's in the mid single digits. The party is all in for Joe Biden. They're not doing it because they like him. We just went through the polling there. They're not even doing it because they think he'll actually be able to finish the second term, because they don't. And I think they might be right. Now, look, here are the facts. In the United States, life expectancy for men overall recently declined to 74.2 years old. Biden is already 80. He's already living on borrowed time. I'm not saying this to be mean. These are the facts. Let's talk about why this matters, though, and what's really going on. The Democrats have no one else. They are stuck. We know, we just went through the polling, Kamala Harris couldn't win a presidential election. She just couldn't do it. She is rejected by her own party. She's been rejected by the American people. Real Clear Politics has her average polling number right now losing to President Trump by double digits, and almost the same to Governor DeSantis. The Democrats are frankly gambling that Joe Biden might just be able to pull this one out. Even his press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, couldn't commit when asked if he'd finish a second term. Because here's why. He won't. He probably can't. Look, Biden is thinking about his legacy. If he holds out for a few more months of doing nothing before 10 a.m. and nothing after 4 p.m., he can fall up the stairs and off into the sunset with one last big progressive win, leaving us with President Kamala Harris. That's their plan. Let's remember what's at stake. Well, if you enjoyed this video, click the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to make sure that you never miss another video.